Hi. So Warwick here, and I'm jumping on to talk about the power of vibration and frequency. Now, at this moment in time, I'm in my car because I'm in the Lake District and I'm on an adventure. I'll talk a bit more about that in a moment, but let's talk about the power of frequency and vibration. Everything in the universe has a vibration. Everything has we are not static. So for one thing, let's put it in scientific language, we'll just say for a moment that everything is moving. Matter is always moving. It's never actually stationary because of all the molecules. So if you think everything has a vibration, and we're like tuning forks. So everything has different levels of vibration, like music. And we get to choose which vibration we want to be on. Now, if we want to be connected to the flow of abundance in the universe, then we want to be in a vibration that is moving like water. If we have a vibration that's too stuck, then we're not going to tap into that. Now, however, we also want to have a vibration that allows us to be rooted and grounded to bring that manifestations into the world. So it's a bit of an interesting game, but there is a difference between vibration, a frequency that is moving, and a frequency that is stuck. Now, if you don't know me, my name's Warwick, and if you're here, hopefully it's because you're into manifesting. You want to have full empowerment using the skills of manifesting. And I've been doing this for 25 years professionally, but I've been using it for 47 for my whole life. And at this moment in time, I am traveling around the Lake District because I'm on what I call a manifesting practice trip. So I just got in my car and I basically just drive and I follow my intuition and I get into the flow of the universe. And this has taken me on adventures, moving up through the Peak District and to the Lake District at this moment. And I do this to tap into the flow, tap into clear energy, to really get into abundant state and lock in my next level of what I'm manifesting, what I desire. So it's very stripping away other people. And because of this, manifesting, can be very easy when we're on our own. It can be very easier and cleaner when we're on our own and away from people, because people have different frequencies. And this is the important bit to understand. You can have two people who are next to each other having a completely different life experience based on their vibrational, emotional state and the frequency that they're putting out. So they are tuned to one station. If we think about a radio station, your dial on your radio, they are tuned to one radio station. So they might be listening to country and western, and you may be on a totally different frequency listening to hip hop or jazz. And the whole point is that we attract what the vibration is we're putting out. So we can have two people literally sat next to each other having a completely different experience of something that they are looking at. So they could be like me in the mountains at this moment. They could be having a completely different experience. And this is always shown to me over and over again. When I speak to people and they say, the traffic was terrible, or it hasn't stopped raining. And I'm like, it's been constant sunshine. Everywhere I've been on this trip, I have had sunshine. I have had, as a joke, in the fact that I drove from the Peak District. Here's an example. I drove from the Peak District to the Lake District on what seems totally illogical, on a Friday at 5:00 on a bank holiday weekend. My intuition, my inner guidance, my divine self on the inside was like, this is the time to go, feel the nudge. But my logical brain was like, really? But we trust this. That's what I do. I trust the guidance. And I had no traffic all the way here. It was easy peasy. I had sunshine. It was glorious. And I had gone from a space that felt like, nope, this is time to go. The energy's not here anymore. It's time to go forward. But on the radio, I turned on the radio and it was a constant onslaught of people talking about the fact that the traffic was so bad, and it was so bad, and it was so bad, and it was so bad. But I'm like, this isn't the frequency in it. So I turned that off. We can have the experience that we want to have based on our vibrational experience. And it's down to us to choose which one we want to be in. It doesn't mean we have to live in a high vibe all the time. It's talking about being in a moving, fluid, open, high vibrational state. So you get to decide, or you can be in a negative, lower vibrational state. And it's the choice of where we want to be. Now, it's very hard to choose unless you've become really mastery at your manifesting. And it takes time to do that, to shift the dial straight from I feel really, really crap to I'm super high and super open and expansive. You have to kind of slightly gently move that. Now, you can use tools and techniques, of course, to do that. Now, if you want to grab my Manifesting Mastery series, and I would do that before it goes, it's totally free. Hit the information in the description. The link is in there, and it will go through the 10 skills to get the most out of your life, to manifest with ease and get more into this. But we have to do our part. We have tools to increase our vibration, to increase our frequency, to open ourselves up. It also helps to take yourself away from other people, to do meditation, and then it's easier to be around others. But I had an example last night that I stayed somewhere where I was tired, and I made a decision from being tired instead of being fully tapped in and turned on. And I ended up somewhere where it showed me contrast, and the energy was like woof, and it brought me down. And I woke up with a headache, and I felt really like ugh, and I knew I had to get out of there. And I've meditated, I've moved back into my frequency, and we'll get back into flow, and it's fine. And it shows me I was suddenly had to be around lots more people and their frequencies, which is why I'm talking about it today. So just being aware that you can change it. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge today. This is a really small little fun technique to imagine yourself always in sunshine. How would you be? Imagine yourself, dream about it, close your eyes, think about it, meditate on it. You can visualize it. It doesn't have to take very long to tap into that you're in sunshine. How would you respond if it's always sunny wherever you go? Just feel that from the inside as though you're always in sunshine, and then notice how many times you line up with it being sunny. I generally meet the sunshine everywhere. It's very rare for me to see rain, as you can tell from my skin. But if you try this practice, it will show you the power of your manifestation, the power of your frequency. If you visualize, feel yourself into that sunshine, how would you feel about if you're hopefully the sun is your happiest weather, to feel that sense of it, and then notice, do it for a day, do it for 3 days, challenge yourself, or even do it for a week of visualizing, imagining, and being the point is that you're not reacting to what is outside of you, but you're creating the frequency from the inside and putting it out. And that's the power of vibration. That is the power of manifestation, that you're not conditional to your external vibration, external circumstances, but instead you're attuning it to a frequency on the inside, and then watching the outside transmute, change and transform to match you, which is what I teach all my clients to do, which is what I teach in my programs. But here's a great little technique. Imagine for the next day, 3 days, or a week, if you really want to do this, see the transformation of what happens if you imagine yourself always in the sunshine, that the sun was always shining on you, no matter what anybody else is going through, no matter what anybody else is doing. And just for a moment, put down the guilt, put down the fears, put down and just imagine you were basking and bathing in sunshine all day long. What would happen? Notice it, play with it. Let's see what some of the manifestations that come up for you, the ease and grace that changes, and then acknowledge that. Because you're going to have a shift in your frequency, a shift in your vibration. So as I said, if you really like this now, hit the subscribe button. If you want to know more, there's lots of playlists. There's lots of great videos on here. So hit the subscribe button, follow me, and also sign up for the free Manifesting Mastery series before it goes. I will be continuing my journey of being in flow and manifesting for another few days of this tapping in practice whilst I'm driving around the Lake District and wherever I am led to go to next. I look forward to connecting with you soon, and I'm sending you much love wherever you are.